Have you ever been told to stay away from anything sweet because of diabetes? Has the fear of sugar spikes made you avoid even the most natural and comforting foods and drinks? What if I told you there are 2 naturally sweet teas that not only taste delightful but also support healthy blood sugar levels? And yes, even doctors are now beginning to recommend these soothing brews to older adults and diabetics who want to enjoy life again without the constant fear of blood sugar fluctuations. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Alina Grace. In today's video, I'm going to share with you something truly surprising, comforting, and potentially life-changing: 2 incredibly sweet teas that are changing the way seniors over 60 manage their diabetes. And no, I'm not exaggerating. These are teas that taste naturally sweet, require no added sugar, are affordable, easy to make, and can be found at your local grocery store. Even better, they're caffeine-free, calming, and safe for daily use. Now, before we dive into what these teas are and how they work, let me ask you something personal. Have you ever experienced bloating after meals? Mild headaches that creep in during the afternoon? Stiffness in your joints in the evening? Or that nagging craving for something sweet just before bedtime? If you're nodding your head, know this: you're not alone. So many seniors quietly suffer with these symptoms, thinking it's just part of aging or something they have to live with. But that's not the case. Many of these signs are your body trying to manage inflammation, sugar imbalances, or poor digestion. That's where these 2 sweet teas come in. The first one we'll talk about is peppermint tea, a fragrant, naturally sweet, and soothing drink that does much more than freshen your breath. Peppermint contains compounds that relax the muscles of the gastrointestinal tract. It helps ease bloating, calms the stomach, and improves digestion. But here's the part that's especially interesting for diabetics. Peppermint may also support glucose metabolism and reduce cravings. It doesn't spike your blood sugar, and its natural sweetness satisfies your need for a comforting taste without the guilt. I've seen patients in their 60s and 70s who began drinking peppermint tea after dinner and noticed something wonderful. They felt lighter, less bloated, and didn't have the same urge to snack before bed. One woman told me that simply replacing her late-night dessert with peppermint tea allowed her to finally lose those stubborn 5 pounds and sleep better at night. The second tea is fennel tea, which is perhaps one of the most underrated herbal teas out there. Fennel has a sweet, almost licorice-like flavor. It's a spice that's been used in traditional medicine for centuries, especially in the Mediterranean and Ayurvedic cultures. When steeped into tea, fennel releases gentle oils that help regulate digestion, reduce inflammation, and even lower post-meal glucose levels. What makes fennel tea unique is that it doesn't just support your blood sugar, it also helps reduce water retention, which is incredibly important for those dealing with swelling in the feet or hands, a common issue in older adults with diabetes. One of the most touching stories I've heard is from a gentleman in his late 60s who was dealing with neuropathy, swelling, and frequent bathroom trips at night. After 2 weeks of drinking fennel tea in the evening, paired with a light walk and a more balanced dinner, he told me he slept through the night for the first time in months. He said, "Dr. Alina, it wasn't just the tea it was that it gave me something to look forward to. It calmed me. It felt like something good for me." And that's the point: when health feels good, we stick with it. Both of these tea and fennel have another thing in common: they curb sugar cravings. If you've ever struggled with reaching for something sweet just because it brings comfort, these teas give you that comfort without causing a spike. That's because their natural sweet flavor doesn't come from sugar, but from essential oils and plant compounds that the body handles gently. Now let's talk a little about what's happening inside your body when you drink these teas. In diabetes, the body struggles with insulin response. Either there's not enough insulin, or the body is resistant to it. When you consume heavy meals, processed sugar, or refined carbs, your blood sugar spikes, and the pancreas scrambles to release insulin. Over time, this cycle causes inflammation, fatigue, and complications. Herbal teas, like peppermint and fennel, don't cause these spikes. In fact, they promote a mild thermogenic effect, improve gut flora, and help with insulin sensitivity in one comforting cup. Another benefit that's rarely discussed is how these teas affect mental clarity and stress. Stress is a hidden enemy for diabetics. When we're stressed, the body releases cortisol, which increases blood sugar. Both peppermint and fennel have been studied for their calming effects. Drinking them in the evening not only improves digestion, helps the nervous system wind down, and better sleep means more balanced blood sugar the next day. So how do you prepare these teas for maximum benefit? It's simple. For peppermint tea, You can use fresh leaves if available, or high-quality, organic tea bags. Steep in hot water for 7 to 10 minutes to release the oils. If you'd like to enhance the benefits, you can add a few slices of fresh ginger or a pinch of cinnamon stick. Ginger improves circulation and supports immunity, while cinnamon helps with glucose metabolism. For fennel tea, you can use crushed fennel seeds, just 1 teaspoon per cup. Steep them in hot water for 8 to 10 minutes. To enhance the flavor and benefits, add a slice of apple or a sprig of mint. The apple adds a touch of fruitiness and natural pectin, which can help regulate glucose, while mint adds freshness and even more digestive support. Now, you might be wondering, when is the best time to drink these teas? For peppermint tea, after dinner is ideal. It helps your body digest food more efficiently and sets the stage for restful sleep. Fennel tea can be enjoyed either mid-morning or in the evening. If you've had a heavy lunch or are feeling puffy, fennel tea works wonderfully to support the liver and kidneys and reduce water retention. Let's talk about what kind of results you can expect. Most people don't need to wait months to see a difference. Within the first week, many report reduced bloating, less sugar craving, more stable energy, and fewer blood sugar spikes after meals. Over time, with consistent use and smart food choices, these teas become part of a healing rhythm, one that supports your hormones, digestion, and emotional well-being. If you're someone who's already on medication, that's okay. These teas are not meant to replace medical treatment, but they are gentle companions to your health journey. And if you're just starting out and looking for natural ways to support your body, peppermint and fennel tea are safe first steps. They're non-habit forming, not toxic, and delicious. Here's something I recommend to my own patients. Make tea time a ritual. Use a special mug, light a candle, and give yourself 10 quiet minutes. This isn't just about the tea, it's about creating calm in your nervous system, which helps regulate your hormones and blood sugar more than you might realize. So many seniors today are battling not just diabetes but loneliness, isolation, and stress. A warm cup of naturally sweet tea is more than a drink, it's a form of self-care. Another tip is to pair your tea time with light movement, perhaps a short walk, stretching, or even light music. Combining herbal support with gentle motion amplifies the benefits, helping the body flush toxins, improve circulation, and regulate insulin more efficiently. As you continue watching, you'll also hear about other simple food combinations that either help or harm your blood sugar throughout the day. Because blood sugar management isn't about cutting everything out, it's about adding the right things in. These teas are a beautiful example of how adding something simple can change your entire day. Remember, just because something tastes sweet doesn't mean it's bad for you. We've been conditioned to fear sweetness, but nature has its own version of sweetness that heals instead of harms. Peppermint and fennel tea are proof of that. If this video helps you, I encourage you to share it. Someone in your family or community may be struggling with blood sugar issues and feeling overwhelmed. A simple video like this shared with love could be their turning point. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Every time you do, it tells YouTube that content like this matters, and it helps us reach more people who are looking for gentle, natural ways to feel better. Let this be your new beginning, not another rule to follow, but a new way to care for yourself. Health doesn't always have to be hard. Sometimes, it's as simple as a warm cup of tea and a few minutes of peace. Your journey to better blood sugar can be soothing, satisfying, and even sweet. And it starts with one small sip. I'm Dr. Alina Grace, and I'll see you in the next video.